Ох ты ж.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
Блин, да кто-нибудь отхерачьте ему долбаную башку, когда он уже заткнется, долбаный ублюдок.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Странно, почему в нашем доме так мало стражи? Можно было бы, в принципе, всех перебить, всех этих ублюдков, чтобы они знали, где их место.
You were brave, my son, but you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Да, знаете, мне нравится Игра престолов от Telltale, потому что здесь сразу несколько игровых персонажей, и с одной стороны это круто, а с другой стороны, ну, можно в ком-то запутаться, а в ком-то, ну, то есть кто-то не знает той информации, которую уже знаем мы, и это немного может вводить в ступор, но в любом случае, я считаю, это все-таки неплохо. Неплохо сделано. Молодцы, Telltale.
A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Так, ну насколько я понял, вот эта вот девушка, это служанка. Давайте посмотрим в окошко. Служанка, и, видимо, она на юге где-то. Что у меня горло немножко першит.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Какая-то странная размыленная дверь. Что это за бред такой? То есть очень уж замыленная.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Ну давайте впустим его. Ты кто вообще, дружок?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Все отлично, дружок, все отлично. Не будем ничего такого. А, ясно, это, в общем-то, такие более низшие слои прислуг.
But it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
О чем они говорили? Ну-ка давай.
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
Да, Старки почти все канули в лету, но, в принципе, те, кто смотрел сериал и там, книжки почитал, те знают, что это не совсем так. Доброй ночи. Я думал, сейчас только рассвет дня. Но, видимо, все-таки нет.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Вроде, знаете, смотрю на эти лица, и что-то они мне напоминают, но я никак не могу достаточно точно вспомнить, кто это. То есть вот эта вот девушка рыженькая мне кого-то напоминает, но никак не могу понять, кого. Именно из сериала. Так, немного прослушал.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
А, я вспомнил, это ж...
She was very pleased with herself. I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her.
Эта девушка, она в итоге, как бы, по-моему, почти станет, или станет все-таки... Так, давайте помолчим, я просто не успел нажать. В общем, эта девушка станет... королевой, потому что женится на маленьком уроде, которого потом, конечно, замочат. Я тоже не помню, как его зовут. Но, в общем, они там все эти Ланнистеры, какие-то мудаки непонятные, поэтому я особо их не запомнил. Хотя Карлик, он просто великолепный пацан. Блин, что-то мне прям аж захотелось пересмотреть сериал. Наверное, я это сделаю как-нибудь на днях. Начну, по крайней мере. Так, удачи, удачи. А что удачи? Блин, я тут болтал и все пропустил. Это немного не круто. Ну и еще немножко шрифт мне не нравится. Он какой-то здесь не такой. Так, вот он этот бес. Как его прозвали. Так, что, мне надо управлять, нет? Да, мне надо управлять, кажется. Да. Ну что ж, идем. Идем, вот он этот бес, а вот это королева. Ну, королева пока еще не королева, в общем-то. Точнее, не пока, а уже.
Lord Tyrion, Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can
В смысле, я не
explain
понял,
why
что я
the
такого
Forresters
сказал.
have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They were the wardens of the north. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
Ух ты ж.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
О, да сможете.
Does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this,
Да что она такая недовольна? Как ей нужно отвечать? Она какая-то странная женщина. К ней нужно лицемерно как-то подходить, чтобы постоянно...
Pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Да ё-моё, теперь ты недоволен. Да
My
что с тобой не
sense is
так?
this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants, which is not very encouraging.
Так, ты не поможешь.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Ё-моё, блин,
Of course,
что-то
Your Grace.
непонятно, чего надо было ей отвечать, она как-то странная вообще. Может, с тобой
I'll
поговорим?
walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Да, я думаю, что в принципе на риск можно пойти, если он нам поможет, потому что сам по себе он очень хороший человек, не то что его сестра или брат. Ну хотя брат тоже отличился неплохим человеком.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Ну, надеюсь, нам все-таки помогут.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And
В этом все девушки хотят большего.
I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Я тебе хочу сказать, зная короля, который сейчас, это не так уж и круто.
He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
It wasn't me, my lady.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Все-таки ей понравилось.
I'm just glad
Неплохо.
it's over.
Я
King's
тоже думал.
Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Ну, хоть она нам помогла. Хотя вот эта Сара, она немного мне не нравится. То есть она вполне может предать. Так, вот. И теперь мы уже опять отправляемся на стену. Так. Все ясно. Мы без коня остались. Отлично, придется идти по ночному лесу. Без коня, без оружия. Это, видимо, за нами, да?
Let's play a little game, shall we?
А нет, смотри-ка, что...
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Ёпта, да это же... Это что, чувак из...
Not my best work, unfortunately.
Ух ты ж, ё-моё, это, короче, я забыл, как его зовут, но он стартом, короче, какое-то время прислуживал. И потом его поймали, и вот, короче, его вот так вот пытают, тихо-тихо. А что мне надо сделать? Так. Тихо-тихо, нельзя ничего использовать. Можно куда-нибудь бежать? Нет, ничего нельзя сделать. Ха, странно.
These foresters.
A day, my lord.
О, ё-моё, походу это за нами.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
А главное, чтобы нас не спалили, это будет... Это будет просто жуть.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Давайте останемся на месте. Потому что все-таки от арбалета не убежать.
Never mind.
Да, действительно. От арбалетной стрелы никуда не уйдешь. Поэтому нужно быть аккуратнее и осторожнее. Так, ну, по всей видимости, они направляются в мой дом. А, стойте, походу это не он. Черт его знает, не могу понять. Потому что они его вроде не убили. Да нет, не он. Да, это не он, это другой чувак, но они содрали с него кожу. Ёпа мать. Вот это они больные ублюдки, господи, они содрали с него кожу. Так, а это что?
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
И что теперь?
But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours.
Какое-то странное решение замазывать бэкграунд. Ну, то есть, как будто это какой-то блюр непонятный, но он выглядит довольно-таки плохо. Ну, то есть, вот это все эти замыливания. Ё-моё, что они делают опять? Чё опять такое?
Lord Ethan. Missed.
Who is this man?
This Craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee.
It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed. They're not two coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Let it go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is full.
Мы поднимем его на ноги.
Survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
Then you admit to the crime, in front of all gathered here.
I am only what this house made me. You cannot expect a man to live on loyalty alone.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
Так, а я слышу выкрики, осуждающие этого человека, поэтому я думаю, нужно давать самое жестокое наказание. Отправить на стену? Если мы будем всех отправлять на стену, что из этого выйдет? Проявить милосердие, ну, я не знаю. Это, я считаю, не стоит этого делать, потому что тогда расслабятся и остальные. Тем более за воровство на стену. Давайте все-таки, наверное, отнимем ему 3 пальца за воровство.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
Oh, please, my lord! My lord, please! Please, no!
Сейчас они ему отхреначат пальцы, но...
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
I will carry out the sentence.
Жестокость нужно свою показывать, иначе враги исправят положение, просто-напросто убив меня. Нельзя быть правителем мягким. Особенно в такое время. Правда, сестричка немного обиделась.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Доверять могу.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance, possessing wisdom and experience.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Да, безусловно. Нужно, скажем так, опросить людей и узнать, что им... Ну, кто хочет, скажем так. Точнее, не кто хочет, а, наверное, кто больше достоин этого звания. Так, погоди, чё? Нет. Давайте посмотрим на еду, сколько ее осталось. Я думаю, ее не так много.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
Eric said people were going to starve. Why can't we feed them?
The war has taken its toll. Even our own stores for the house are dwindling. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
Сделаешь
I
это
trust you
ты.
to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Давай. А ты, скажем так, поможешь с этим делом. Нельзя поговорить с кем-нибудь еще? Так, давайте поговорим с ним.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
He said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side.
Ну да, кстати говоря, на войне воин это куда лучше, он и подготовить сможет, и как бы следить за всем этим.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Ну давай, поговорим. Я знаю, ты немного печальна тем, что я сделал.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you.
You think it's easy? I'm the third-born son. Father never prepared me for this. I'm doing the best I can.
I know you are, Ethan. I know. I know you said you'd get angry sometimes, but I didn't think I'd see it so soon.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
И она ведь тоже права. Потому что война ведь она будет не вечно, а как я понимаю, это должность, это звание, это навсегда. Ну, то есть, до самой смерти. Поэтому я считаю, что его было бы лучше сделать таким.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
Ну да, и он даже помочь всегда готов.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord. With all due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than me.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Ну что ж, давайте спросим, ну не спросим, а поговорим еще и с Роландом, Ройланд, да, Ройландом. То есть как бы не совсем такое как бы, обычное имя.
Swing left. Barry. Wrong. I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training.
Не-не-не, погодите, я...
And you should know that swinging that blade yourself took stones. It was a man's way of justice.
Ладно. Я, в принципе, думаю, я принял решение о том, что дам наруч Дункану.
Duncan, I've decided to name you as my sentinel. Congratulations.
Why, thank you, my lord. I'm honored. But are you sure?
Да, я уверен.
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But first you must summon the small
Потому
council,
что
my lord, to make it official.
Если даже лорд, которого убили в начале, я, правда, не помню, как его звать, доверился ему, то, думаю, и мы сможем.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Телегу убрали, а тень осталась на земле. Да. Telltale немного лажает. Но эта игра не про графику, это игра про сюжет, поэтому на это можно спокойно закрыть глаза. Так, и что ж. Давайте огласим это.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Что ж, давайте мы уже определились, и Дункан лучше всех подходит на эту должность.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you.
Ройланд, не переживай, это...
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council. Lord Ethan deserves to hear from all
Так,
of
не
us.
то нажал.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering?
Нет, ну то. Я просто что-то немного растерялся и думал, сейчас не туда нажал.
But the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Я не собираюсь.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable
Отдавать
agreement.
то, что является символом нашего дома, я не собираюсь. Объявлять бой — это чистое безумие. А вот попробовать с ним договориться дипломатией — это, в принципе, неплохой вариант.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Да, давайте сделаем так, чтобы он подождал.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Потому что, ну, все-таки он должен понимать, что здесь...
It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house.
Да чё тебе надо?
To get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Тише.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do.
Мы заставим его подождать.
You will meet
Пусть знает.
Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you.
Пусть знает, кто здесь главный. Это уж точно не он.
We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership. Which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
В случае чего он должен нам помочь сражаться и обучать.
How he tormented you. I wanted
Обучать
to
солдат
intervene, but your father
сражаться.
said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use. You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
Меч я бы тоже ему не отдал. Это семейная реликвия нашего дома, поэтому она останется у нас, и вряд ли он ее получит. Иди.
Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
И верни его.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Так, очередная загрузочка, значит, сейчас мы, да, вернулись в Королевскую гавань. Что это такое? Печать. Ну, думаю, было бы невежливо немного что-то тут вообще брать, потому что...
Marjorie? Oh.
Это не наше.
Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Ну что?
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
Джоффри, он как всегда урод.
This is not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Да, дело... Сражаться в одиночку вряд ли получится, а вот от поддержки никто бы не отказался.
I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Такое ощущение, что он прячется от этих стражников. Какой-то он странный парень. Что же с ним не так?
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing, I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Bolton men approaching, my lord.
Мы обязаны справиться.
Something wrong with your gate? Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here. Thank you, my lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could
Given
learn.
enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Преподнесли подарок этому уроду. И куда это он пошел?
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Все-таки мы произвели на него впечатление своей армией. Как это и было задумано. Они должны знать и понимать, что сила в нас есть.
Look at that. More foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North.
Ну да, безусловно, это придется сделать.
Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust a forester.
Это тебе, жирный ублюдок, доверять нельзя.
It was a Forester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army.
А, все-таки
That sort of insolence from
войско наше не такое уж и крутое.
bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
Нет.
You can't do
Нет,
that.
дружок.
Why not?
Мы тебе ничего не
You
отдадим.
know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
Не понял.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen.
Видимо, все знают про их интрижки.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
Блин, тот вообще какой-то ублюдок.
Aren't you the brave lord?
Чё?
But I don't want brave lord.
Охренеть, он замочил.
Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
Вот ублюдок, его...
However,
Что он наделал?
keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward. No! Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Охренеть.
Stop them! Ryan, please!
Недолго продлилось наше правление.
Do something! Ethan? My son.
Вот он, ублюдок. Да, таким... Не место. Не место на подобной. Ну что, на подобной, на нашей земле. Его явно нужно
Ethan
убить.
sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Ну что ж. Что сказать? Жалко. Довольно-таки жалко нашего бывшего юного лорда. Я думаю, он обязательно будет отомщен, и это не заставит себя долго ждать. Думаю, с выходом следующего эпизода мы начнем потихонечку разбираться с этими неприятелями, которые портят нам жизнь. Ну а сейчас я хотел бы закончить прохождение первого эпизода. Железный изо льда. На этом все. Всем спасибо, удачи и пока.